This is News with Yeru. All praise to the Most High for another one. Yesterday we did a News with Yeru. We had to erase it because of some technical difficulties and some inappropriate ads that popped up on some of my clips. Nevertheless, we will be going over a couple of the same situations and some new situations that have occurred. Unfortunately, there's always something silly and wicked going on in this world today, right? So all praise to the Most High for his mercy and his grace. Let us continue to seek him for guidance, vision, and for understanding of what we need to do in these times and seasons. As it says in the scripture, discern the times and season. So we're going to be talking about a woman who got killed by her 16-year-old daughter. And we're going to be talking about Charlie Kirk situation again, and more situations that has occurred, like a black man being hung on a campus in Mississippi, and the dangers of cellular phones with children. This is News with Yeru, and I'm bringing you news on a spiritual and physical aspect. We're going to talk about it righteously and try to break these things down respectfully, but sincerely and boldly. I pray that you get some information. I pray that you get some understanding. I pray that you even in the process get encouragement, and that you also get to be aware on a spiritual level and not on a fearful level. All praise to the Most High, for he is good. Now let's get into this first clip. We're going to be showing the lady, the woman who was unalived by her mother. The woman who was unalived by her 16-year-old daughter. I'm sorry about that. Her 16-year-old daughter unalived her. And we're going to be playing this clip real quick. I'll be back right after this.
Child, a 16-year-old unalived her mama in Galveston, Texas yesterday night. Family, don't nobody know what caused it or why, because if you look through her videos and pictures and stuff, they look like they were pretty close. They seemed like it was her favorite child.
As soon as I come through, I let that chopper off. Pow! Pow! That's not a chopper sound. I'm sorry. As soon as I come through, I kill everybody. We killing one person. No, we kill everybody.
Her neighbor said she was going to check her mail, and she said she heard some pew-pew shots.
She was just screaming. She was just screaming. And I hear boom, 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 boom. But like, I hear 5.
Right after the girl unalived her mama, she took off on foot, police say. So she wasn't there when they arrived. Then while they was sitting there doing their investigation, she showed the fuck back up. And that's when they got her and locked her ass up, put her in like a juvenile or some shit like that. They still waiting to try to see why the hell she did that. She told the little girl no. There's so many speculations. She looked like one of the spoiled children, because when you look at all her pictures and go through all her stuff, the little girl had nice birthday parties. She did all her kids with. Like she had about 3 girls and 1 boy. My mama said she confused. She don't know why the little girl Kiki did that to the mama. I send my condolences to the family, because it's got to be a very heartbreaking time for just out the blue your little grandbaby just Swiss cheese the daughter. Like, for what reason, I don't know. Kids today, y'all, I don't know what the hell is wrong with them, because there's a lot of them that's taking out their own parents. So I suggest the next time when y'all start arguing back and forth with them kids, you might want to sit down and make sure ain't no weapons or nothing that's around. If you beat their ass or whatever, make sure ain't no damn weapons nowhere in there, because they is taking y'all ass out.
So as we see here, this woman was unalived by her daughter. And you see the video. In the video, I want to point out something. Condolences to this woman, but I want to point out the importance of teaching your children in the way that they shall go, not participating in foolishness, sinfulness, a worldly lifestyle. So in the video, you seen that the young lady was with her mama, pretending to shoot stuff up, acting out something that was done on Wild 'N Out, the TV show. And so with that said, if you see exactly what her mother was doing with her, I want to point that out one more time for you real quick. I want y'all to listen to exactly what's going on. And so when I speak on it, you don't misunderstand me, right?
Child, a 16-year-old unalived her mama in Galveston, Texas yesterday night. family. Don't nobody know what caused it or why, because if you
Now
look through her
listen to
videos and
what
pictures and stuff, they look like they were pretty close. That seemed like it was her favorite child.
As soon as I come through, I let that chopper off. Pow! Pow! That's not a chopper sound. I'm sorry. As soon as I come through, I kill everybody. We killing one person. No, we kill everybody.
The neighbor said she was going to check her mail, and she said she heard some.
So you see what she was doing with her daughter, doing acts of killing everybody. This is the type of stuff that parents should not be doing with their kids. It don't matter what the world told you. It don't matter how cool it looks, because how cool the trend of the world is. These trends are set by Satan and his children, the demonic powers of this world, and in high heavenly places, right? Or high places, right? So don't sit here and partake in with your kids like you a kid. Be the adult. Be the parent, man. How important is it? She's sitting over here doing act with the daughter about killing up everything, whether or not they were playing or not. This is not a way a mother should play with her kids. Not in a time where a world is so wicked and it's so easy for kids to get caught up in wickedness. We should be doing everything in our power to teach our kids righteousness. Now, that doesn't excuse what this young lady did to her mother, right? She unalived her mother. Now, I want to take you to the scripture, right? Remember the scriptures in the Bible, which talked about in the last days, parents will give their children up to be killed. I'm paraphrasing. And kids will unalive their parents, right? That's exactly what it says in the scripture. And so you see it right here coming alive. Not that this is the first time that this has ever happened, but it's going to be more and more is what I want to get you to understand. It's going to be more and more, because why? The wicked wax worse, brothers and sisters. They wax worse. So don't think that it's going to be a game at all, because it's not a game. These kids are on demon time. They're monsters, right? The ones that don't have no guidance, especially, and some of these kids who have guidance, but they just want to follow the world. That's the plain and simple things you can say. A lot of these kids really just want to follow the world. Understood? And we have to do our best, our entire best, to teach our children, as it says in the scripture, the way that they should go. And the demonstration that I'm seeing from just this video, she was not being taught in the way that she should go. She was being played with like a child. And then they were playing with things that shouldn't be played with. It's not funny to talk about killing people at all. And we shouldn't be teaching our kids that it's okay to play like that, because real people are really dying out here every day. People are really killing people, drive-bys, killing, gang banging, shootings. And, it's real out here. So we shouldn't be taking this stuff lightly. We should be discerning the time and the seasons. Nevertheless, that is a sad situation. My condolences to the family if anybody sees this. But at the same time, let's cry aloud, spare not, show our people their iniquity. This is not the way that it should be. So let's do things the right way, brothers and sisters. Let's teach our children the way they should go, and let's pay attention, because a lot of times our children is already being overtaken by Hasa Satan. What happened to Cain? Remember, Cain allowed the evil one to get to him, and he slew his brother. This is what's happening. A lot of these kids got the evil one all on them, and then the parents ain't doing right neither. Now, I don't know too much about this mother who did get killed, but I know this video is not a good example of what they were doing and playing with in the first place. And now she unalived her mama with a gun, just as they were playing with on the video that you just seen here. They were playing like they was killing somebody. And so now comes to find out her daughter, 16-year-old daughter, unalived her. Man, we got to pay attention, and we got to understand what we need to do and need not to do. Everybody want to be like everybody else in the world. If you love the Most High, keep his commandments and stay under the shadow of the Almighty. Because even if a demon get in your spouse, your loved ones, your brother, your sister, if you covered by the Most High, if you covered by the blood of Yahushua HaMashiach, who some call Christ in English, we say Yahushua HaMashiach in Hebrew. If you covered and you got the whole armor on, you ain't got nothing to worry about. You see what I'm saying? But when you ain't covered and you out there playing around, any of these things can take you out and take you down, right? So let's pay attention. Let us not be foolish. Let us not be deceitful. Let us not be deceived, right? Because it is very, very, very real out here. And we got to take heed to this, brothers and sisters. A lot of people don't want to take heed to the truth. So all praise to the Most High for truth. With that said, let us get into the next clip. This is News with Yeru. We're going to go to the next clip, brothers and sisters. bear with me as I get that together. Let me get this off of here now. Bear with me as I get that together. All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. We are back. We are back. We are back. See if I can get this clip ready for you guys. Clip seems to not want to act right. Alrighty. Let's look at this clip, ladies and gentlemen. This is the guy speaking. Sorry about any rude language that you might hear. I think it's a couple of words of rude language. I covered this yesterday, but I had to delete it because of some inappropriate ads that popped up that I didn't see. So I let that go for the sake of the viewers. With that said, let's watch this clip.
White men fight back, white men fight back. Here's what I don't understand. Looking at this rally where they're honoring Charles Kirk.
White man fight back! White man fight back! White man fight back!
I'm trying to understand that. White men fight back against what? Black people didn't have anything to do with this. White men fight back. First of all, what happened to him was
Excuse
horrible,
me for any bad language.
What does white men fight back mean? I think it was a white man that did this whole thing. So what are you saying white men fight back? Time to blame black people for what? This shit happened in Utah. There were no black people around. I've been to Utah. Not a lot of black people there, so I don't know where they're getting this chant from. White men fight back. What are you fighting back against yourself? All of a sudden, black people are being blamed for what? Now HBCUs have to close their campuses because of threats. Of what? Threats of what? Why are you f***ing with black people? What did black people have anything to do with this Utah shit? All of a sudden you conjure up black people. It's always black people are in danger. HBCU campuses are closing because they didn't do a motherfucking thing. That makes no sense to me. We're in danger now because we didn't do nothing. We're always in danger. It's always black people. Black people this, black people that. We're minding our business. And there are actually black people that are mourning Charles Kirk. They're like, this is horrible, this is sad. They feel bad for his family, that he has 2 kids and a wife, and they had to see that. But all of a sudden it's white men fight back. White men fight back, white men fight back. Here's what I don't understand. Looking at this rally where they're honoring
As you can see here, the reason why I wanted to cover this again is because recently, a young black man or I forget what age the black guy was hung in Mississippi. I really believe it's retaliation for, first of all, they've just been doing this for years. But if we know that they already hang us secretly, and we know we have seen cases of black people being hung once in a blue moon or a lot. Certain seasons are different. What's scattered abroad, you'll find a black man hung here, a black man hung there, right? And okay, he was 21. See here. He was 21 years old. So it was a 21-year-old young man targeted, and we definitely have to understand that this Kirk situation and the young Caucasian lady that was stabbed is stirring up racism, and a lot of this is planned. I know a lot of people don't believe that it's planned, but if the devil is the devil is making moves. He's playing chess. He's making things happen. When you're able to be used by the devil can use you for his purpose. He wants to stir up the system. The powers that be want to stir up the system. And the Charlie Kirk situation, like I said, I don't believe that it's all real. I believe that it's staged. And even if he did get killed, which I don't really believe he did get killed, I believe it was animated. It was too much in the video, right? Nevertheless, if he did get killed, it's still staged because it's still a part of their agenda. Nevertheless, the Most High gets the victory out of everything because, no one can defeat the Most High. So let's understand that, though. But with that said, you see now what this this black guy was saying here about this rally where they was chanting, "White man stand up, white man stand up" at a Kirk rally for his death. What did the black man have to do with Charlie Kirk getting killed by another young white male, according to what they say, right? So now, instead of having to eat the words of Charlie himself, we have to sit here and play around like he didn't say black people always killing black people, as if white people ain't doing wickedness to white people and black people. They were making it seem like the white man was the saint and the black man was a demon that just don't want to get his life together. Black people just don't want to do right. Black people are just doing everything wicked under the sun. That's exactly how they were making it seem. And now that Charlie Kirk got killed by a young white man, right? Now they want to switch the narrative and talk about white man stand up and make it a white and black thing because they don't want to face the hypocrisy of what they were speaking at these rallies with Charlie Kirk when they was talking about how black people kill black people all the time. And I agree. Black people, a lot of our people kill each other a lot. And we need to stop. We need to stand up and we need to get together. We need to stop giving these people ammo because they are trying to use that of what we got wrong with each other against us in a way that they're trying to block out what they're doing and what they have done. They want to erase what they've done and project what's going on right now. And we got to stop giving them that ammo. That I agree with. Us killing each other, I agree with. It's got to stop. It's madness. It's madness and it's full of hypocrisy even in our communities where we allow people to kill each other, but then soon as somebody get killed by the cop, we want to protest and everything. But when our brothers and sisters is killing each other in the streets, we don't want to protest against that like we should. We should be standing on business about anything that's wrong, not being hypocrites. So I motivate any of my people, don't be a hypocrite. If you're going to stand in righteousness, stand fully in it. Don't be no hypocrite. And when it comes to speaking, speak that which will be edifying to people. Don't speak that which is going to add to the nonsense. Speak some wisdom. Have some wisdom on your mouth, right? All praise to the Most High for that, right? So now after this rally, white man stand up. Now a black man get hung, and it don't surprise me because what is something that this black guy just said in the video I just showed? He said that they had to shut down black colleges because they were receiving threat. And now a 20-year-old young black man was hung on a campus. Come on, man. If y'all can't put two and two together, you better pay attention. They out here killing our brothers and sisters. And they've been doing it. But when Charlie Kirk was on the scene talking his stuff, they were making it seem like it was just black folks killing black folks and there's no racism in America. We're just pulling a race card. They've been hanging us since back then, and they been secretly hanging us now in this time. All of these young black women and men that be going missing ain't all just trafficked. Some of them is just being killed by some angry racist white folks that want to have a party while destroying another black woman and black man. There's no telling what they doing in secret to them, right? Let's just be real. But Charlie Kirk wanted to make it seem like, no, it's not the white man. The white man is holy and the black man is the wicked. The black people are the demons and the white people are the saints. And this is not about being racist. This is about being truthful. For me, it's not about being racist, but I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, it's okay that they're making my people look like it's bad everywhere. Nevertheless, it's bad everywhere. And we do need to stand up and we do need to correct what we need to correct in our communities. That's a fact. And I agree with that. But what I don't agree with is the hypocrisy. Black people just kill black people. There's no racism in America. All right. They act like that this is just the first hanging. They've been hanging our kids. They've been hanging our brothers and sisters. Every time they get mad, every time they feel like doing something wicked, they go and hang and torture our people secretly. Don't think that half of these black people that you don't even see hung wasn't a race crime. They just can't prove it. But now that Charlie Kirk died at the hands of another white man, they want to switch the narrative because that's what he was standing on. He was talking about how black people just kill black people and pretty much making it seem like white people, Caucasian people are saints. And that's a whole bunch of hypocrisy. Not that my people ain't doing what they doing. We need to correct it. Like I said, I'm not going to sit up here and be a hypocrite, but it's hypocrisy to say that the white man is a saint. The wickedness of the world that has gone on by the Caucasians, let's be honest, repent if you can. And if you can't, it's just because your father is the devil and you love the devil. You love your narrative. You love your way of life. And your way of life is going to lead you down to the abyss of hell. Let's just keep it real. Now it's white man stand up when another white man killed the white man. Instead of them facing the fact that they kill each other too, no, let's just play around and turn it on the black people. That is some psychology right there. That's some reverse psychology right there. All that they was talking about at these school campuses, these college campuses, all the black people that came up and how they downright made them look unintelligent because they were trying to talk wickedly intelligent about how black people's this and black people that. And now that the white man killed the white man, we going to put that on hush hush and we going to try to project all of the stuff on the black man and a white girl that got stabbed. Like it's just a black man problem. No, let's talk about it. Let's face the fact that Charlie Kirk was talking about black people and black on black crime, ignore white on white crime, and then he got unalive with some white on white crime. Let's be real. Stop being hypocrites on both sides. Nobody should be a hypocrite on both nationalities. It's a bunch of hypocrisy going on. And if you're a child of the Most High, you're going to get out of that hypocrisy or you're going to fall with those who walk in that same hypocrisy. Period. Without any partiality. I speak nothing but the truth and I don't care who don't like it. This is News Where You Rule. We're going to keep it truthful. We're going to keep it righteous conversation. Right? And we're going to expound on this information in a way that we're not projecting fear, but we are projecting awareness and projecting, hey, pay attention, stay under the shadow of the Almighty, because it is not a game out here. Shalom, shalom. Everybody that's here. All right. Now we're going to go to the next clip, you guys. Hold on. I'll be right back with you as I get this clip. Wait on that. Once we're back. This is News Where You Rule. Here goes this clip, and then I'll come and expound on it after we listen to it.
Get your children off their phone before their brains forget how to feel joy. Because here's the scary truth. Dopamine, which is a feel-good chemical, is released every time your child scrolls, every time they get a like, or they watch a short video. And overstimulation leads to dopamine desensitization, which means their brain needs more and more to feel less and less. There was a 2022 study from the University of Vermont that found that heavy screen users had significantly reduced dopamine receptor activity, especially in the reward processing areas. The translation of that is that your child's phone is literally rewiring their brain to feel numb to everyday life. So don't let this thing steal your kid's childhood. It's not only killing their time, but it's also killing their joy. Get your children off their phone before their brains forget how to feel joy. Because here's the scary truth. Dopamine, which is a feel-good chemical, is released every time your child scrolls, every time they get a like, or they watch a short video. And overstimulation leads to dopamine desensitization, which means their brain needs more and more to feel less and less. There was a 2022 study from the University of Vermont that found that heavy screen users had significantly reduced dopamine receptor activity, especially in the reward processing areas. The translation of that is that your child's phone is literally rewiring their brain to feel numb to everyday life. So don't let this thing steal your kid's childhood. It's not only killing their time, but it's also killing their joy.
Well, there you have it. As you see here, the dangers of phone. I can't say this enough. We can't, as believers, we have to discern the seasons and times. We can't just think because, a new device, some new technology came out, we could just partake in all of this technology. A lot of this technology is connected to the beast system. And when you partake in it in a way that is not healthy, then you become a victim. But if we would seek the Most High and we would really be the children of the Most High, we would understand how to live and how to even partake in what we can and how to not partake in what we shouldn't partake in as far as this new technology and these cell phones and stuff. These cell phones are literally having major effect on people. It's messing with the dopamine, like the man said. It's messing with your memory. Half of these kids are going to have memory problems before freaking 30 because of these cell phones and because how people are addicted to their cell phones. Let's be honest. Most people are always stuck into their cell phones. You do more, it's more screen time than read time, outside time, family time, doing something productive with your time. It's more screen time. I've been guilty of this, but the Most High is showing me how bad and how biological this warfare is. This is a biological warfare. This is targeting not just you, but your kids. And if it's messing with your kids' memory and mind, and it's numbing them to not have everyday joy, did you hear what this man said? It's a study that they have literally tested that your kids being on them phones for more than 30 minutes, it is having an effect on their emotional makeup and it's making them not feel joy because they're getting their joy from that dopamine high that they're getting from that screen time they putting in. So this is some biological, spiritual warfare going on. And as parents and as believers, we got to wake up and take charge and not keep allowing these things to destroy us. We have to be wise and discerning. We must discern the season and the times because there's a lot going on at this time. Either you're going to wake up and fight or you're going to lay down and die. Which one do you want? Wake up and fight or lay down and die? Because there's a lot of things set up for our demise. There's a lot of things set up for our demise, brothers and sisters. Can y'all understand that? Give me a 7 if you can understand what I'm saying in the chat. There's a lot of things going on set up for our demise, biological and spiritual, on both levels. We have to take charge. We have to stop doing what they expect us to do. We have to stop doing what they're targeting us to do. We have to be different. We cannot continue to do the same things. We cannot do that. That's not going to work. Continue to do the same crap trying to get a different result. It doesn't work like that. You do the same crap, you're not going to get different results at all. You're not going to get different results. So stop the screen time. Y'all, the screen time is messing with your body. If it's messing with your children and it's messing with their feelings and their memory, how much more for you who are an adult, right? You're an adult and you know that half of the food that we eat is already messing with the memory, right? How many older people die from Alzheimer's. These phones is going to give you Alzheimer's quicker than even the old folks, because half of the old folks who did get Alzheimer's, that was off of food alone and bad chemicals. Now they got these phones, and that's going to be a different type of level of Alzheimer's coming in quicker in people. They're taking away your life. You see it, you think it's a joke because the phone light up and it bing, and you can go on YouTube and you can stream and you can reach people, but you also can get caught up and allow this stuff to destroy you. Do we understand? This stuff is destroying our people. Stop buying your kids cell phones at 9 years old. They do not need a cell phone. Get back on house phones if you need your kids to have a house phone, or get a flip phone for your kids if you're worried about them being somewhere. Don't give them a phone where they're going to be stuck on. Be wise. This stuff is destroying their mind. If you really love your kids, you're going to do whatever is in your power to help their spiritual health and their physical health. And there's not a lot of parents, there's not a lot of people who truly care on a spiritual level, because they're not even in tune with the Most High. So we got a lot of people falling to the demise of this crap. Do we understand that? Take back your power. Stop doing exactly what they want you to do. They want us to be stuck on the phone. They want you to be stuck scrolling. They want you to minimize your focus ability because you watching 7-second videos or 1 minute videos. So now your focus level is off. That's why they're telling the kids focus level is off, because they're used to focusing on something that's messing with the dopamine in their brain. And so when it comes to ordinary learning in school and all that, they don't have the right focus, because their focus is attracted to that dopamine high they was getting off that screen time they was putting in. Then you wonder why your kids are getting bad grades. You wonder why your kids act like they got memory problems. They talking about, huh? You say, go get this out of the kitchen, huh? And they come get you something that you didn't even nearly say out of the kitchen. It's like they didn't hear you at all, but they heard you, and they forgot that quick. Pay attention. These are signs of memory problems. And then a lot of these children who you see depressed and you see have all this emotional disturbed behaviors, it is also coming from this cell phone. It's also coming from who they're hanging around, what's going on in the house. You can't sit there and say you're a believer in the Most High, but your house and your atmosphere is not tended to in the way that it needs to be to produce good fruit or to produce good behavior in your children and including yourself. We must stand up and do what we're called to do. This is News Where You Rule. We're going to talk about the truth. We're going to speak the truth. We're going to get some good advice off of this news channel here. And we're going to speak on things on the spiritual aspect. Wake up. Stop giving. If your kids got phones, you need to monitor them. You don't just need to allow them to have that phone. Phones are very addictive. As grown folks in the 30s and 40s, you should understand these things are addictive. Think about how much you have spent time on your phone. I can attest to it. Way too much time, taking away all your creativity. It is messing with your emotion. You know why? Because half of the things you watching on there are sad or happy. All of these things are different, has different frequencies and different type of energies that you're tuning into. And you know what I'm saying? So we do have to be mindful of this. We do have to be very mindful of this. So next 1 minute you watch something happy, next minute you watch something sad, next minute you watch something depressed, next minute you watch something horrific, next minute you know, and it's just messing with your emotions, man. And you wonder why you're depressed. It's that demonic algorithm. It's that demon time algorithm that these demons are functioning on. You think it's not a demonic algorithm? You think it's not a demon in that algorithm that's keep popping up pornographic images on your feeds when you're just scrolling? Next thing you know, there's an ad that looks just like a porn pop-up. Yeah, that's a demon in the algorithm. Yes, they are using this to their ability, but if we will be wise, we will be able to use it to our ability, but we have to take care of responsibility and be responsible and wise with these devices. Every device that come out, all these different technology advances that are coming out is not for our good. But if we will be wise, we can possibly use it for our good. But some of these things that you see coming forth is not for us who are believers of the household of faith to even engage in. So pray for understanding and pray for discernment, because it's a lot going on out here. This is News Where You Rule, and I'm going to get to the next clip, brothers and sisters. Stay tuned. All praises be to the Most High. Now, as you see here, brothers and sisters, this clip that I'm bringing up here, the clip that I'm bringing up here is now a clip of high school. Oh no, this is middle school. That's what I seen in the clip. Middle school kids, first day of school, and this is what they're doing in the school bathroom. They are having themselves a drink. If you can see that clip, you got to look real closely. They're having a drink. They're drinking at school. This is what school is going turned into. Your kids are being targeted. It's not that kids wasn't already doing bad things in school, but you need to pay attention. Things are waxing worse. Check on your children. Pay attention to their behaviors. But you want to know the downfall of parents is a lot of these parents are stuck on demon time too. They want to turn up. And because they want to turn up, they're turned up with demons and they don't have discernment how to spiritually raise their children, that the beast don't get a hold to their children because the beast has already gotten a hold to them. That's the truth. I don't care who don't like it. A lot of you parents say you love your kids, but if you really love your kids, you would want to guard them with the protection of the Almighty, but you're not. Why? Because you are intrigued by Satan's world. You want to turn up. You like being on demon time. You like fornicating. You like getting drunk. You like Cardi B concerts. You like Sexy Red. You like dancing with your daughters to Sexy Red. And so now you got turned up Sexy Red type of children in the girls' bathroom getting drunk. And let's understand, when young girls get drunk, what's likely to happen? Let's think. Can we be parents or can we be mature? Can we be wise? Oh, sex. Not only that, they're drunk. Not only that, they could be raped. Not only that, they're out here having babies because they're drunk. So then now, when you get drunk, people, a lot of you, especially when you're doing it in this disrespectful way, in this sinful way, guess what you're stirring up? Sexual demons. So instead of being at school learning, they're at school on demon time. They probably having sex. That's what comes with drinking. They're on party mode. What happens at parties? Sex, money, drugs, fights. And you wonder why they fighting like crazy in these schools. People going, they are drinking, they're partying at schools. There need to be more security. There needs to be more monitoring of these schools. It is all outrageous. Can y'all understand what I'm saying right now? Is there anybody that can understand what I'm saying right now? Anybody agree with what I'm saying right now? There needs to be more guards or security or paying attention to these kids, even in the bathroom. Maybe there's a teacher that needs to sit outside the stalls because it is wicked. And if they getting drunk like that, what happens when people get drunk and they partying? People get to fighting. People get to what? Dying, getting killed. You wonder why these kids going crazy. You wonder why they going crazy. Because the things that they're doing, things that they getting into. And you're letting it happen. You're letting it happen. You're literally letting these things happen because you don't want to pay attention to your kids and you don't have a spiritual sight to see what it is that your kids got going on. You're not even spiritual enough to pay attention. Your kid's running around. Your kid got a straight demon on them and you can't tell. Why? Because you got a demon on you. So if you really want to be able to pay attention to your kids on a spiritual level, you better do what you got to spiritually do to please the Most High so that your kids are able to really be guided by a wise parent, a parent that can see. But when you messing around in sin, you're blinded by the God of this world too. And if you're blinded by the God of this world, that's a good indication that you're not going to be able to discern what's going on with your kids. We're supposed to be able to discern what's going on with our kids, even not seeing what's going on with our kids. You're supposed to have mother intuition like heck. You're supposed to have a parent intuition to be able to see things on a spiritual level. Like, man, something going on with my kids. If you got the Holy Spirit is not going to let you go without knowing what you need to do for your kids, what you need to know about your kids. But because you ain't in the spirit and you ain't your flesh, you blind, they blind, and you making them more sons of hell than sons and daughters of hell than yourselves. Because you don't want to really do what you got to do. And you hate when somebody talk like me. Well, we doing what we got to do. All the parents ain't. I ain't talking about the parents is doing right. But majority of the parents are doing wrong. That's why the Father said, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. Because most of the people love the world. Most of the parents, they want to be children. They want to kick it with their kids instead of be the parents to their kids. You tell your kids one thing, you say, you can't do this and you can't do that. And then sometimes you try to feed them a form of spirituality, but you do it so corrupt, you don't even recognize that it's the devil that got you teaching them like that. Let me break it down real quick for you. When you tell your kids you shouldn't be doing this and you shouldn't be doing that, God don't like this or y'all don't like that. But then on the other hand, you showing them it and then you tell them, well, you're not grown yet, you can't do this. You're not teaching your kids how to be in relationship with y'all. Better yet, you're teaching them how to play with y'all. Not stay with y'all, but play with y'all. Because that's what they see you doing. You tell them that y'all don't like this, y'all don't like that, and you not grown, but you doing exactly the same things that you tell them not to do. So all you're teaching them is how to be a hypocrite. You're not teaching them how to stay in relationship with the Most High. You're showing them how to play with the Most High. And now this is the fruit of your wicked labor. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. I know a lot of parents going to be like, well, I'm going through it, brother. You think it? Hey, everybody got some repenting to do. So, hey, just take your spoon and whatever is on your spoon, whatever on your plate, and praise y'all for mercy and say, y'all give me the strength and the wisdom to get over these humps and these imperfections that I've had and that my kids have had to see me in. But if you want me to sugarcoat, I'm not, because it starts with us. Does that make sense? We got to stand 10 toes down in righteousness and really install this righteousness into our children. But when you playing around and you want to form a religion, you got the form of righteousness, a form of godliness, or as they say in the kingdom, a form of godliness, but you deny the true power thereof, then that's exactly what your kids going to do. That's exactly what they do. You're going to feed them a form, but they're going to deny the power just like you deny the power. Yeah. So keep playing religion. Keep playing, oh, we going to church on Sunday. Oh, we going to Sabbath class on Saturday. But every other day you showing them how to live of the world. But then you speak scriptures when it feels convenient, when you feel like I want to be a good mama today. Or when you feel like I want to be a good daddy today. You should always care about your children. There's not enough parents who care about their children on a ruach, a spiritual level. You care about your children according to what the world say care is, not according to what the Most High said care is. That's the problem, and you don't want to be told none. And now your kids out here bucktail wild. They on straight up demon time. You think you was a mess when you was young, and you ain't even paying attention to half of the things that you don't done. That's a shame to talk about. What you think your kids is doing? If we really care about the things that we did wrong, we gonna put all our strength into making sure of our kids. And if they go wrong after we do what we supposed to do, then at least our hands are clean. But if your hands not clean, then you are just as guilty as your children, because you didn't do what a parent of the Most High Yah was supposed to do. Because you think you're parents of the Most High, but you're not. You're parents that have religion. You have religion. You don't have a relationship. You have religion. You don't have a relationship with him. You want to do what you want to do when you want to do it, so your children got that same mentality. And you can't stand when they doing it to you, just like the Most High tell you not to do it to him. Look at there. Chain reaction that we need to break. It's up to us to break these generational curses. Teach your kids how to be in a relationship with Yah and how to stay in relationship with Yah. Not how to play with the Most High. Who can understand what I'm saying right now? Who can disagree with this? If you disagree with this, this just shows that you're immature. This just shows that you ain't seen enough. We can't just blame everything on the kids, even though the kids bucktail wild. We got to also look at the parenting skills. And there's a lot of parents that think they good, but how can you be good if you ain't following him who is good? If you ain't following he who is good, then you ain't no good. That's the truth. And the truth hurts. The truth cut. But if you could take that cut and get right, take a hold to that righteous conviction, you could transform your life and possibly save your kids from that abyss. Which one you want to do? Complain and murmur at somebody who's trying to tell you the truth so we can wake up and be really revolutionary woman and man in righteousness? Or you want to stone me to death because I'm telling you the truth and I ain't sugarcoat nothing? I'm a parent. And as a parent, it's up to me to make sure I'm not being a hypocrite in my children's sight. It's up to me to make sure I guard them with all of my heart. It's up to me that I make sure that beast don't get my children. It's that I can't just sit here and murmur and complain. I got to take a righteous stand as a righteous man and make sure it's happening the way it needs to happen. And what's outside of my hand, guess who hand it ain't outside of? My Father which art in heaven. Yahuwah Zabaoth, as some say, Heavenly Father. What's out of my hand ain't out of his hand. I trust in him. He is almighty. Can somebody say hallelujah? Can somebody say yada? Can somebody say all praises? If you feel like this truth is being spoken right now, wake up. Yeah, we all feel short of the glory. If you're a parent and you've been falling short, guess what? In your falling short, you had some bad examples you don't told your kids. You thought you was showing them, you thought you was doing good because you was telling them what's right, but you didn't pay attention to that you were showing them what was wrong. So the only thing you did was show them how to be confused. The only thing you did was show them, well, when you get grown, you can now sin against the Most High. When you get grown, you can fornicate. When you get grown, you can do these sins. Instead of, you shouldn't sin at all because you are a child of the Most High. It ain't about being grown or young. It's about being a child of the Most High. And we don't do these things that are of the world. Because they that do these things of the world are not of the Father. That's what you should be telling your kids. But you know what? You like, let them live. That's what some parents I don't heard in ignorance say. Let them live. Let them go to a Sexy Red concert and then you expect them not to be whores. Oh, yeah. You let them go to a Sexy Red concert where they're being pumped with whoredom and then you whip your daughter for being a whore, but you allow her to go to a whore to parade around with. That makes no sense. You're a hypocrite. You're a dysfunctional parent. You're a blind parent. Then you beat the child. So now the child got all sorts of mixed emotions. You don't beat the child, but then you fed the child Sexy Red. You up in the house twerking and working your behind, or you up in the house being a fornicating father and listening to this music, looking at half-naked women, and your sons and your daughters listening to that, whether it's woman or man, father or mother. On both sides. Let's get this stuff right, man. This is News with Yeru, and I ain't taking no cuts. I'm coming bold. I'm bold as a lion right now because, man, it's too much going on. And then everybody want to cry over the cat and say, oh, my baby, oh, your baby, why she alive? Care about them while they're alive with all your heart. Don't just wait until they die and weep over a casket. Stop following that same sick chain reaction. Stand up right now for your children. Protest for your children. Take charge of your children by all means necessary. You revolutionary, right? Well, let's get to the revolution then. For real. Spiritual, obedient revolution to the Most High Yah, waking up from the valley of the dry bones type of revolution. This is News with Yeru. We ain't playing no games. We ain't playing no games. All praise to the Most High. I'll be back with another clip. Matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, ox and OTs, that is going to be all for today. I don't want to overdo it. I'm going to leave it right there. This is News with Yeru. I hope that you got some information. I hope that I helped raise some awareness and that you heard some good information spoken on these topics, which you already probably have heard of, but you heard me break down some wisdom with it and give some insight and some motivation and some warning. So I hope you got all of that through this message and through this News with Yeru, where we come from a spiritual aspect when we speaking on these things and where we're not trying to cause fear. So what I want you to know is there's a lot of things going on right now in the world. I don't want you to fear. I don't want you to fear in a way that you allow these things to overtake you and make you drown. I want you to trust in the Most High because He is our strength. He is our present help in our time of need. All right. Remember that. Don't ever forget that. I don't care what type of stuff comes, what type of stuff happens. They're hanging young black men now. They've been doing that. But now it's going to be more because they're stirring up racism. It's all a part of the plan. Chaos. They want chaos so they can make the solution to the chaos that they create. They programming people and the people are falling for it. Don't be a people who are able to be continuously programmed by the beast program. Don't follow their program, but follow Yah's will. Who can understand what I'm saying? Who can understand? Who has an ear to hear? This is Brother Yeru, and I'm out. Until next time, brothers and sisters, shalom, shalom. Say it, Bo, my brother. That's right, sister. You know how I do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get to it. All praises and esteem to the Most High Yah. With that said, until next time, brothers and sisters, if you have any news that you would like to send me, for those who know where my Facebook is, you can send me some news on my Facebook Messenger, and I could possibly cover it on a spiritual level, expounding on it even more deeper for my people in the gift that I've been given by the Most High. Nevertheless, if you are not on my Facebook, you can reach me on YouTube and just leave a comment and say, I want to contact you. I will go into the description after the video's done recording and put an email where you can contact me at. With that said, until next time, shalom, shalom.